inside the show. Here's your host, Justin Allegri.
Hello, baseball fans. Thanks for joining us on this October morning. Here's what's going on around the league as the postseason rolls on. For Game 3 of the ALCS, the Guardians pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they beat the O's in Baltimore 2-0. They will take a 3-0 series lead into Game 4. In Game 4 of the NL Championship Series, the Colorado Rockies amassed an impressive 6 home runs in the game as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 12-1. They've now tied the series at 2 heading into Game 5. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all postseason long.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's Cleveland taking on the Baltimore Orioles. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Singy, there's been a lot to talk about already in this series as we head into Game 4.
Well, the number one thing to discuss is just how lopsided this series has been. You know, you get to this point of the season, Boog, and you expect both teams to be on pretty even ground, but it's not played out that way at all. And when a team takes care of business with such dominance and gets out to a 3-0 lead, I just can't see this series lasting much longer.
Yeah, that's usually the way it goes. But hey, coming back to win the series has been done before. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about ready for baseball. Today's starting pitcher, Walker Buehler. Lots of punch-outs, a real strikeout artist, Singy.
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
All right, ready to go here. Here's the center fielder, Romeo Santos. The line to kick the pitch. That's in there, and we're underway here in Game 4. Next offering is in for a strike. And that's a strikeout looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball at the knees.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Jared Duran getting ready to hit. Check swing went around. 0-1. Walker Buehler, a first-round pick, 24th overall by the Dodgers in 2015 out of Vanderbilt. And Chris, that pick's significant because it's the first-round pick of the Andrew Friedman era. Next pitch is outside. One of the things that's interesting about Walker Buehler getting picked in the first round is the Dodgers had a pretty good idea he was going to need Tommy John surgery, and he did, and he debuted over a year after he was originally selected following surgery. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Well, Dodgers scouting department clearly had a lot of faith in the potential of this kid to draft him knowing that he was going to need surgery immediately. And clearly the pitcher he's developed into, it has paid off.
And a 1-2. On the ground, right side. 2 up, 2 down. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team. And I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Brandon Sampson now at the plate as he swings. through strike one. Two down, nobody on. And strike two.
Fuck.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive, base hit.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock. And now they've got some speed on first. So we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Josh Welch, the next to hit, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball one.
Good speed on the base paths. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or run and hit.
The next offering misses. Ball two. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
2-0. Swing and a miss.
1 strike.
Sampson leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next offering clips the zone count even at 2.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Henderson under it, and he makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. Half inning complete. We've got no score. Back here in Baltimore, and today's starting pitcher, Dominic Guerrero. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, Boog, he went deep into the game last time, only allowed 1 run, but he took a tough loss. Got to bounce back from those quickly and know that today's a new day. You can get that W.
Bottom of the 1st, and now Jordan Westburg. And he deals. Ball 1, no strikes. Guerrero, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a changeup, a cutter, and he works in a slider. The pitch. There's a strike.
Well, these guys were shut out in the previous game, and I'm really interested to see what did they talk about in that hitters meeting that's going to translate into the game and help them be able to get on the scoreboard.
That's hard hit on the line. Rayburn makes the grab, 1 away. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get 1 pitch. You better not miss it.
The 1-0. Fought off foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. and the struggles continue in the postseason.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Guys become defensive, and all of a sudden, for the hitter, that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Righty to the plate. Check swing, didn't go. And the count even 1-1. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And you know, if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all. Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. In there for strike one. Right-hander kicks, deals. Strike two. Missed inside with the curve. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That's out number 3. Second inning coming up from Baltimore. No score. Back here at the ballpark, now batting Tristan Casas. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Buehler back to work. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Next pitch is outside. The other way. That gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a guy, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
So digging in, Hunter Waldron, and takes low for ball one. The pitch. Chopped left side. Throws to second for one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Now it's the second baseman, Ian Aguilar. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Throw to second. He's safe. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
The 1-0. Just missed. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, Boog, he'll give a little bit on the edges, like you said, but from what I've seen, he usually does that when a guy is just commanding those parts of the strike zone, and essentially the guy's earned it. The umpire rolls with him.
On the ground to third, and that's a fair ball. And that rolls into the corner. Throws to second. And he's in there as they jump ahead. A run scores.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
So up next, DeVore Rayburn. That one's in there, 0-1. Check on the runner. Dives back, and he's out. The 0-1. Out towards right center field. Meadows going after it. Drops into the glove. And that is the third out of the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. This is the American League Championship Series on the show. We head to the bottom of the second. Leading off, Samuel Aseo. And this is a guy that doesn't just impact the game defensively. They count on him to deliver offense.
He's the first guy at the ballpark. He's got to study opposing hitters. He's got to get familiar with his starting pitcher for that night. And he's getting in the cage to take his swings. That's a whole lot, and so many times goes unnoticed.
And now it's even up. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Waldron sizes this one up, makes the catch, and there's one down.
No, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there, and I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at-bat.
Ramon Urias digs in now. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. He swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. And a strike in there. Here's a rocket out to left. Rayburn puts it away. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Max Muncy stands in here, takes ball 1 low. And that one fouled off. And a pitch. Off the mark there. And a count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
To the right side. Out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. And it remains 1-0. Back now at Oriole Park. Now it's the DH, Kyle Manzardo. Manzardo, 26 years old, and he's one of the few major league players born in Idaho. That one's in there. Strike 1. Well, Siggy here in Baltimore, and crab cakes. We need to get our hands on some crab cakes. You think we'll get someone to maybe run down for us and grab a few?
Absolutely. It's got to happen. Maryland crab cakes, the best. And you talk about the seasoning. Nobody does it better than the people here in the city of Baltimore. But even so, here at the ballpark, some great food.
Kicks and fires. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And the pitch. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Tunneled that pitch. Thought it was going to be a slider breaking in off the plate, but it hugged the corner. And at that point, when he recognized it, it was just too late.
And stepping in is the speedy Romeo Santos. In there, and it's 0-1. Yeah, and I'm kind of partial to my guy Boog down there over that right field wall, and some barbecue, because Boog can fire up some pretty good barbecue.
Yeah, and I'm surprised we haven't seen any of that yet up here in the booth. Come on, man, let's go.
That one's in there. That is strike 2. That one lifted to left. And that'll fall for a base hit. Hayes throws to second, the tag, and they cut him down, going for 2. Next to hit, Jared Duran. 0 for 1 so far. That's out to center field. Cowser makes the catch, inning over. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And into the box for Baltimore, Austin Meadows. The pitch. Meadows goes 6 feet 3 inches in the 8th spot in today's lineup. A former first-round pick back in 2013. And it's even up. And that one is in for a strike. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. First offering in the dirt. Next offering is fouled back. Here's a 1-1. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Santos hauls it in, 2 away.
Now back, second baseman.
Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Jordan Westburg. He's 0 for 1. First pitch just misses. On the ground to the left. Slings to first, and that is that. Orioles held in check there. They trail here 1-0. All set for the start of the inning, and the batter will be the shortstop, Brandon Sampson. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. There's a strike, and you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Pitch misses, ball 1.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
1-2 now. And another ball.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
Righty delivers. Good eye in that spot. Got him swinging, and there's one down.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Welsh takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. That misses. Now 2-0.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
One down, base is empty. There's a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
And a 3-1 on the way. That one fouled off. Kicks and deals. Welch started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, no swing. Gary Simmons with the call.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Casas batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Liner snagged at first, and they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. Nothing doing for the offense that time. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. The Guardians out front, 1-0. And welcome back. Now the number 2 hitter, Austin Hayes.
There's a strange wind blowing. It's coming back around.
And here it comes. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Orioles, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
That misses, and that's ball 1. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through. And there's a foul ball. Left-hand batter waits. That one pushed foul. And a pitch. Up the middle. Aguilar. Jump throw across his body. What a play.
third baseman number 2.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. That misses the zone. Ball 1. And the righty deals. That's down and in.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at bat strikeout.
Check swing, no appeal. That's a hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
So a man aboard. So next to hit for Baltimore, Samuel Aseo. 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two outs. Check swing, went around, and a count 1-1. Henderson off of first with 2 away. This to third. Whips it to Casas, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Orioles. They're down 1-0. New inning getting started. Now the third baseman, Hunter Waldron. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
First offering misses the mark. In the air, right field. And there's 1 away. Now here is Ian Aguilar. Doubled his first time up. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. First offering, and it just misses.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
The 1-1. Nice grab. The throw on the money. Nice play.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder DeVore Rayburn. On the ground to third. Over to low. And that is that. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And into the box for Baltimore, Ramon Urias.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
That's through there for a strike. Strike 2. And now 1 and 2.
It's a good take.
Pitch misses there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Max Muncy at the dish. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Left-hand hitter waits. A little out front there as he swings through it. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
Here is Austin Meadows. First offering misses badly for ball 1. At the belt and fires. Right through there for a strike. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
And next for the Orioles, Colton Cowser. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Meadows, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next offering is in for a strike. Out to short. They take the force out. Gets him easily, ends the inning. And the Orioles leave 1. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Top 6, and now the DH, Kyle Manzardo. Buehler back to work. And there's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. And the right-hander deals.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That's in there. That's strike 2.
Now there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
And a ground ball to first. He'll do it himself. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Santos in his 5th season, 28 years old, and he won a Gold Glove in 2025. Santos up for the 3rd time here, watches that one miss. The 1-1. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. And a pitch. Grounder off the pitcher. Over to Lowe. And that quickly 2 away. So 2 down now. And here is Jarrett Duran. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. That hits the dirt, and that is ball 1.
This batter has to understand his job is to get on base however he can. If he gets hit by a pitch, if he walks, maybe even singles, but you want to get the heart of the order up to the plate.
Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. No runs, no hits, no errors. On to the bottom of inning number 6. The Guardians out front here, 1-0. Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the second baseman, Jordan Westburg. Westburg measures 6 feet 2 inches, 210 pounds, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2020. The right-hander back to work. And that's in for a strike.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
The 0-1. On the ground. And it gets by him.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
No outs. Runner at first. And now it's Austin Hayes. And that's through there for a strike.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hard the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
The 0-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
One now. Squirts away a little bit. Nice job behind the plate there. Nobody out. Runner at first. Just missed.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Righty to the plate. Line drive. Oh, he gloves it.
Wow, that was an awesome leaping catch. Great reactions, great athleticism, and he snatched that thing out of the air, and he robbed him of a base hit.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. 1 for 2.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Line drive, base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Gunnar Henderson. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. And that's a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Gassed it right by him.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Samuel Aseo. And that's in there for strike one. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score and they tie it. It's 1-1.
Well done. Drives in the run. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
So 2 down and into the box for Baltimore. Ramon Urias. Good contact guy, good defender. In there for strike one. Right-hander kicks, deals.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
The pitch. And a count 1-2. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And he deals. Got him. Good job at damage control right there.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here at the ballpark, we go to the top of the 7th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Brandon Sampson. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply.
Jet.
The line to kick the pitch. They say
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
And that one pulled foul. Here's the 0-2. Check swing. Now to look down to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Josh Welch will hit next. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Ball one there.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pitch misses, and it's 2-1. And there's a ball.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
The 3-1 in for a strike, full count.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
Struck him out looking. Back Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Casas in the box again, takes a strike.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. And ball one. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Back here in Baltimore, now it's the DH, Max Muncy. And a pitch. That misses. And that's ball one.
You know, these Orioles, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've been lining the ball all over the ballpark, and unfortunately, sometimes it's right into a glove. But still, they've hit 9 line drives so far, and that's something they should feel very good about.
Next pitch misses, 2-1.
Speaking of those line drives, you can't get too discouraged when they don't drop in for you. It's important to remember that you pretty much did everything right, and that's just baseball sometimes.
Next offering is fouled back. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Back to work, 3-2 now. Ground ball left side and foul ball. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
Now it's Austin Meadows.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
First pitch, and he just misses. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-1. The pitch. Misses off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Runner on the go. Little chopper rolls foul. The 2-2. Got him swinging.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
So digging in, Colton Cowser. In there, and it's 0-1. One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. And it's fouled away. Righty delivers. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. couldn't catch up to the heater.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Now here is Jordan Westberg. Pitch misses inside. Ball one. And that's down and away.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. And here it comes.
Ball 3.
Austin Hayes up next. The pitch. Swung on, belted. Back there. What do you get, a free bowl of soup with that home run? A shot to left, and they add a pair. It's 3-1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Dominic Guerrero won't go any further tonight, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.